Enchanted by Nature didn't quite end up being what I was expecting in terms of plants. I guess I just had these visions of it coming with tons of new ivy and landscaping, and then in reality, it came with honestly like 1/10 of what I thought it would have. And I know I have a tendency to set my expectations really high with Sims packs sometimes, but this time I don't think that I was in the wrong for expecting the nature pack to have more nature to decorate my lots with. I just don't think any of us expected this to be the extent of the landscaping in the pack, especially since it's not even technically landscaping, they're technically roof sculptures. So while I've really been enjoying building with Enchanted by Nature, I think that it just needs a little bit extra, and that is where cottage living comes in. Cottage living is one of my favorite packs of all time, especially to build with, and so I was thinking that today we could try to build a house using only cottage living and Enchanted by Nature and really test out how the packs work together. Right now I'm on a 30 by 20 lot in Henford-on-Bagley, and I'm gonna give myself a little bit more money because I don't really want to have a budget for this build. And sort of my plan is to have some kind of little fairy cottage sort of thing. And then I'd like to have some kind of pond. It won't look like this, okay, don't worry. But I'd like to have some kind of pond. And then what if there was like a really cute little bridge over top of the water? We could tuck a little greenhouse in the back. There could be like a little backyard garden space. I just think that this could be a really cute layout. And I just think the stuff from these two packs will pair really nicely together and make for a really beautiful, like overgrown, lush fairy cottage. This is gonna seem a little bit backwards, but I think I'm gonna start with the pond. I tried to make it kind of a funky shape. Sometimes when I do ponds, I feel like I need to try like 4 different ponds to get somewhere where I feel like it looks good. But I think that this could work, except I still wanna have a diagonal path on top of it. So I guess I gotta be more careful with it fitting nicely there. We need to have a part that's like a little bit smaller, that's kind of nearby where that diagonal path would go. Oh my God, that's so deep. Is that too much? Can you scoot the lot over? Oh, I guess you can't once you've placed that, huh? Smaller again. Okay, it's still pretty deep, but I think that fits a little bit better. And then we have more space for the greenhouse that I wanted back here. Or maybe I don't know. Oh no. Oh, you're all in for a treat, huh? This is gonna be a whole thing. Okay, well there, that's the bridge. Oh no, make it higher up. Maybe just like a little bit higher up. I think that should be okay. Can you walk on top of this? Oh yeah. Okay, well it being on a diagonal does kind of complicate things a little bit because it means that we can't have a staircase, so I can't put it any taller than this, but I don't think that matters too much. I think it's okay. Oh, there are no diagonal floors. I guess I'll have to just use this one. That's from Enchanted by Nature. That'll work. That's okay. I just don't really want to put a straight floor because I don't really think that you would lay the wood planks like that. If you were actually building a bridge, why would you build it like that? You know, that would just be kind of weird. Maybe the garden part of the house could be in the front, and then we could have a little pathway that takes you into the cottage back here. Okay, don't be tall. I want short wall height for this. I was wondering about trying to put a fake chimney in the front of the building, but I don't know. It might not actually look good. What if the greenhouse was like kind of little back here? We could do that. I think I need to scoot this whole thing forward just a little bit. Okay, and then imagine, I think the path is gonna go like this. I just wanna have like something really curvy to get you across the bridge. And maybe it can curve again, sort of that way to get into the greenhouse. Isn't that just kind of cute? Now delete it, because we'll come back to that once we've decorated a little bit more. Okay, this is pretty small, the house. I was actually thinking about trying to do it like this, with this sort of roof texture. This is similar to what they did across most of the New World. Maybe I could extend that even more, I don't know. Oh, that actually lines up really well. I think this needs to be a little bit larger. I'm currently trying to find some ways that we can put, oh geez, hold on. Just curve it a little bit, right? Oh, that's kind of interesting. I just want to have some ways that we can get some more shapes on the outside. Well, maybe I could make it a little bit taller. I do think I prefer it being a little bit taller. Okay, actually this tall is a little bit better because we can actually have it upstairs. I don't know if I'll use it, but we could use it, and that's the key. Okay, say there's a chimney right there. It looks kind of bad, doesn't it? It'd be better to put it on the side. I really like the idea of a chimney being in the front of the house. I try it so often with builds where I like try to put the chimney in the front because it looks cool and it's kind of realistic, and then it just doesn't quite work out. Okay, this is like the dark wood color that matches. Ooh, it's all very dark, isn't it? Well, maybe once it has some plants, it'll look nicer. Let's not panic about it just yet. Early days, early days. Oh, I think I'll probably have this be like symmetrical basically, right? Well, the more that we can have in the back, the better. You could even fit a bedroom up there. The roof is really hard to see around, and that's just unavoidable. What about the cottage living roof pieces? See, you're just not like curvy and cute the way that I want you to be. This is cute. I think I will absolutely use that thing. Can I scoot this whole little guy over one tile? Okay, thank you. I'm gonna put some glass walls on this part. I just think that'll be neat. We could possibly even have a little fake balcony up there if we wanted to. Oh, well, it wouldn't even be fake, would it? Because it's attached to this, so there could be a real door right there. Okay, how does it look with the dark? Oh my gosh, look at that. Oh, all the windows are just so pretty. This is seriously exciting to me to get to use the windows on this house. I'm so excited about it. Okay, would we use like the brown glass part on there? I don't know, would we do the brown on this too? I feel like I'm not really sure. The trouble with it being all the way glass, all the way around, is that it kind of complicates putting a door on there, because doesn't that look kind of strange? I feel like what I actually need to do is almost try to find some other way to do it. Also, I'd love to have plants on the roof. I'm not sure how it's gonna look. Okay, so like maybe there's just glass like in the middle of it somehow, and we get columns on either side. I think that looks pretty neat. What then, do I use this thing and then put like some kind of window above it? Because that almost looks like there's an overhang on top of the door. I also think that maybe the house needs to be fenced in the back. Okay, well, as I'm doing this, I'm not like 100% set on any of it, but maybe once we have some more of the windows and stuff in, we'll start to feel better about it. Maybe this one could be smaller. Like we could just use a little door outside. I'm not really sure yet. I think we just need to have some more stuff around it. And once we've put some plants and like figured out more colors, I think then we'll start to like it better. Okay, I'm gonna start by painting oh, it deleted my thing. Oh man. Okay, I was gonna say I'm gonna start by painting almost the whole place with this little stone color. And then I wanna get a mixture of some of the Enchanted by Nature wallpapers in there. Cause like, look at this little shingle, for example. Isn't that just beautiful? What if there was just a little flat roof piece? Oh, what if the whole thing was up on a slate foundation? Of course, cottage living doesn't have a foundation. I don't think it looks good on a foundation, never mind. No, that's beautiful. That actually looks really, really lovely. Okay, that's perfect. Let's figure out the floor plan just real quick. So in terms of staircase, we are just a little bit limited. This right here is kind of like the only place that it could go. And maybe this upstairs area could be like for the apothecary table. This uses the upstairs space pretty well, doing it like that. And then perhaps that could become a bedroom. Oh, it's very small. I don't even think I realized just how small it was until I started trying to decorate it. Oh my. Okay, well maybe the kitchen could go along this. Oh, that's not gonna work, is it? Oh no, at first I was gonna say the kitchen could go like wrapped around this corner, but I don't like it like that. Oh dear, I really wanted this to be all glass. I really did, but I am now kind of feeling like maybe it would be better if it was not. Okay, hear me out for a second. Maybe this could become a second bedroom. So there's 2 bedrooms in the house. These 2 both bedrooms. The living room could go somehow inside of this little nook. I think I'll probably wrap the kitchen around this little corner a little bit. We have a teeny tiny bathroom right here. And then I guess some kind of like decent sized dining room in the entrance. Up here is like office, computer, apothecary table, all of that. And then that's the whole interior. And then of course we have like greenhouse space over here. We'll try and decorate that somehow. I really think it'll help once there's more landscaping. I know it's looking a little weird. We'll get there. I'm gonna use some really nice golden lights outside. Those lights are from Cottage Living. I'll put the chimney up there. That really helps to have that thing back too. And now I'm gonna go into debug and we're just gonna start doing so much landscaping. I'll do the interior last. What I really care about is getting to use Cottage Living landscaping. I've been waiting for this moment. Honestly, starting with trees, I think. And like a bunch of them. This one being like right here at the very end of where the fence goes. Obviously it's right in the front of the lot, so when you put it on the gallery, it kind of blocks things, but we need to have a bunch of plants in here. I want a couple of those because they're a nice style of tree. Maybe even one of those like right there. That could be okay. I think I might need another tree in this area somehow, but I think first I want to put some of my planter boxes. I'm actually gonna start with Enchanted by Nature debug because I want to fill in some of this sort of thing. Okay, that is like super floating. Probably not good. We'll try that. We're gonna have to just accept that there's gonna be some floating right here probably. Is that clipping? Oh no, it's fine. Okay, good. I think I'm gonna leave this as like a little tiny gap. I'm gonna put a fence gate right there. Okay, let's see how far off the lot some of this can go. I just wanted to have like a little tiny bit of overlap between the front of the fence and the back of the fence. Okay, yeah, this is like number one example of it floating. We're gonna need to put a lot of landscaping inside of the water. This is the first time I've saved this entire time. We made all that progress. What does this look like? Oh, that's actually pretty similar. Okay, maybe I'll try that then. So I said that I wanted this to kind of curve this way. I guess in that sense, I need to give myself some more space to do it. Maybe it should even curve like a little bit funkier than that. Like what if it went, no, I gotta move these out of the way so I can see it better. I mean, what did I tell you about my terrain tips? Like sometimes you just gotta do it a few times until it starts to make sense. I think I'm gonna put a slightly wider area together in there. That doesn't really feel like it's curving the way that I wanted it to though. Nope, do it again, start over. I don't like it. Oh, you know what else? Maybe I should have started with this one. I think that possibly some of this part could get filled in a little bit more too. Like maybe this should be almost like a little patio area as well, and that can go right up to the edge. And maybe some of this could become like a slight patio space. And you know what? Possibly what could be nicer is just for it to follow the plants. Like maybe that's what it needed all along. Yeah, that's actually better because we're like taking advantage of the natural terrain a little bit more. And then we can have, I mean, this part could come out and be where the path ends up going. Suddenly there's no space for any of the planter boxes that I wanted to have. It's honestly amazing just how fast that happens. I mean, in the beginning of this, it felt like we had all the space in the world and then all of a sudden it's all gone. Is that actually floating? Are you serious? Okay, I've tried to put some garden pots like dotted around the yard out here. I wonder if it would be worthwhile to have, this is outside of the fence though, so I guess that makes no sense, right? You just can't grow any of the cottage living plants with how I've done this. And like the greenhouse is so little, we can't put the cottage living plants in there either. I guess that's fine. That is what we set out to build. All right, let's mix in some cottage living plants. Of course, starting with some of my beloved cottage living ivy on the walls. The lack of more of this is genuinely like one of my number one issues with Enchanted by Nature. If Enchanted by Nature had come with like a couple pieces of this, I would like the pack significantly more. I realize that might even seem silly, but I'm actually not kidding. I love this stuff and I think it looks so nice. I also wish that Enchanted by Nature had come with some little mushroom debug. There's some like fancy, almost glowing mushroom debug in Enchanted by Nature, and that's nice and all, but I guess I still just feel like the cottage living debug is more enchanting. Yeah, I don't want to put too many of the mushrooms, but I think a few of them help it. I'm gonna put a couple back here too. I forgot to get plants back here. Oh, there's also this really adorable little stump if you wanted to try and use this. Or better yet, let's use the rabbit stump from Cottage Living. The rabbit stump and then probably the little birds, right? Because then they can help you with your garden. Oh my gosh. Can I use that over here? I know it doesn't match like anything else from Cottage Living, but what if I tried to get a couple little trees? I can scoot this one over. I'm so excited. Doing plants is like my favorite part of landscaping. We got a couple more things to add in. For example, I want to have kind of like a red and yellow. Basically like this color is kind of what I'm going for with the plant accents. I know that this one comes in red and yellow. Just which one are you? That one? Okay. So Cottage Living also has little bits of wisteria. And don't get me wrong, the Cottage Living stuff is nice. I just think the problem with it is that it only comes in purple. So if I look at these, I feel like it doesn't really match what we're using on the rest of the house. Oh, can my sim get inside still? Can we check that? Can you come in? Oh no, I'm not ready for this yet. Yeah, he can. Okay, I was just nervous that he wouldn't be able to walk underneath this, but as long as we can, we're fine. I gotta put so much of this ivy stuff, like basically everywhere. Maybe a little bit of this by the front door as well. I kind of want to use this little thing too. It's technically a balcony, but it just looks nice. And then there's like this little guy, which is technically a fairy house. I wonder if that would look kind of cute. Just, oh my God, it takes up so much room. Okay, let's start putting the rest of the plants in. Starting with Cottage Living Debug. We're gonna use a different mailbox. I'm not gonna use that one. I never was, but I realized I didn't get rid of it. So you're probably staring at the screen like, please don't use that mailbox. Don't worry, I wasn't gonna. I wanna use the mailbox from the pack. So interestingly, a lot of the stuff that I would normally go for from the Cottage Living Debug, like these pretty pink flowers, I'm not gonna use today because we're trying to have this red and yellow thing. So I'm basically trying to use the Cottage Living Debug in a color scheme that I maybe wouldn't normally go for. decor. So like these flowers are more the vibes. So I'm kind of just trying to layer them all the way around. I think I'm probably gonna end up wanting some smaller ones of it too. Oh, I can put that, oh no, you don't work like there at all. Never mind. But maybe I'll put one like right here. Like, I'm not gonna wanna have them all be super sized up, am I? Yeah, see, like this one is a little bit too pink. I don't think I wanna use those this time. Let's look at Enchanted by Nature now. This is a little bit more purpley than red, but I've never used this plant before in Henford on Bagley, so I'm gonna see how it looks if we put it around. I also know we're gonna need like so many more plants. This is gonna be a whole thing trying to fill it in. I would love to use these, but they also don't come in the right color, so we can't do them. Okay, well here I am starting to pay money for landscaping. Big moment for us. Sorry, pay money for roof decor instead of just using the debug stuff. Forgive me, this is actually not landscaping. I should have clarified. Okay, this little guy comes in red, and that is more Enchanted by Nature. You know what? I am really liking how it's turning out, and I also feel like I have a really nice mix of both packs. Like outside especially, I was a little bit scared that it was gonna end up looking like maybe I had a little bit too much of one or the other, but this is like a genuinely decent combo of all of it. I do need a couple more large bushes. I was kind of picturing this thing from Cottage Living, and we could throw that in a couple of the big open spaces. Like right here, for example, a little bit more scale to it. Also in here. I feel like I've kind of done this backwards from how I normally do it. Like normally I wouldn't come in and put the biggest bushes at the very end, but it's turned out okay. Let me put my trash can outside. I guess I'll just use like a regular one. I'm gonna stick just a plain little trash can in the way back, out of the way, so you can't see it from the front yard. And now we gotta start putting some landscaping inside of the pond too. I think I might make the pond a little, well, I was gonna change the color, but I don't really like the color options. Let's use these yellow lily pads. I'll put this log in here. That's good for in the middle of the pond. I think we're gonna wanna get some stuff like these rocks and then stick them kind of by the front. Okay, I tried to get a few little bits of grass and rocks and put them on some of the sides. I think once we have some terrain paint, it's gonna help it look a little better. I also think that we should put a fishing allowed sign inside of the pond. Am I gonna put like a little bit of this pavement? I don't think I will. I feel like this half of the bridge shouldn't have regular pavement on it. I will put the mailbox right here. All right, let's get terrain paint underneath the whole pond. This stuff has some kind of nice texture to it because it's like a little grassy. Oh, I forgot a part of landscaping. I was gonna put one of the big bushes right there and I just didn't do it. Oh, and I'm missing some over here too. Oh my God. This always happens to me when I do this kind of landscaping because I'm like moving around so much and I'm all over the place with it on purpose, like to try and fit the style. I always find it when I start doing terrain paint too, because I think I'm just like zooming around the rest of the lot a little bit more once I start doing the terrain paint, and then I start seeing parts that are unfinished. There we go. That's what I was picturing. And then maybe one more kind of right there. That is so cute. Wow, I really just adore how this turned out, honestly. Just putting some dirt around the edge of the path so we can layer it a little bit better. Then I want to get a few little outdoor lights like kind of on the path like this so it helps light it all up. I would have loved to have had a rocking chair right here. No rocking chairs in either of these two packs though. There is a little fairy house item. I guess I could use that. I'm also gonna put the gnome doormat. Is that floating? Can I use this right here? Oh my God, there's more space that has nothing in it. Put that right there. Make it like really big too. I don't want your Sims to walk this way. I want them to walk across the bridge. I'm putting a fairy house. If a fairy lives here, they're gonna need one. Maybe we put a little grill like tucked away right there. What if we had a bright red umbrella on the table? I hadn't really considered that. So we could have a little grill and an outdoor dining table. This is mostly space for us to grow plants, so I won't really put anything else right here. Maybe I'll put a hose, like the garden hose over here. I could put another one of those inside of the greenhouse or like next door to the greenhouse. Can you get in the greenhouse? Oh no. What is it that's blocking you? Wait, what's causing it? The column? No, you got in the house fine a little bit ago. The column is blocking you from getting outside. I've just moved the furniture. Let's see if it works now. Okay, I think in reality, it might have been this thing. Well, not to be so negative, but another thing that I hate about this pack is that the ivy blocks them. Okay, he's able to get in and out. Can you come in here now? Can you get here? Can you get here? Can you get here? Wait, how come you were able to get in but you can't get out? What? Oh my God. He was able to go out and then back in. What the heck? Oh, maybe it's this. How high up can I raise that? He can go in. If I get rid of that completely, can he get out? No. Oh my god, I want to be able to have this so bad. Are you serious? Can you get in? Oh, okay. This one you can walk under. Well, what is even the point of that bigger one? If it never works anytime I've tried to use it, it looks like it's supposed to fit above the arched doors and then it doesn't fit above the arched doors. He can get inside the greenhouse. Listen, let's just start decorating. It works now. We fixed everything else. It's fine. I think I'm gonna use the cottage living wood floors inside. Oh man, that's clipping a little bit. So we'll do the cottage living wood floors downstairs. I think also I might like to start with this upstairs area. The upstairs is gonna be the most annoying out of all of them to decorate because the roof is sort of in the way. When you're in live mode, it's not so bad, but in build mode, it's very much in the way. We'll give my sim this apothecary table kind of in line with the window, I guess. Maybe a cottage living plant. This is an apothecary storage cabinet. Just trust me. I know you can't see it, but trust me. And then we could use like a cottage living chair with all of it so they can have this nice desk. Cottage living also has a typewriter that we could use. Oh, this thing would have been cute. Maybe I should have used that outside instead of the little fairy house thing, because that totally fits the vibes too. And then it's more from cottage living, because I know I've used a lot of Enchanted by Nature with the exterior. Can I come back and do the wallpaper? I don't really know what I want. All right, tiniest little bathroom there is. I don't think that this shower comes with gold, so that's cool. I actually don't think that any of them do, so maybe it doesn't even matter. I want to use the cottage living counters. I don't really like the colors of them, because the red has like this really light wood, and the yellow also only has light wood, but maybe I'll try the red, because I am not really one to use red normally in my builds, as you probably know. I'm gonna use base game appliances. No, I hate that one. Never mind, I'm gonna use cottage living appliances, and they're gonna be red. Okay, annoyingly, we only have 2 counters that can be cooked on. You know what else? I would have loved to have used that new wall decal item from the fairy pack, like this tile accent, but you just can't put it behind the windows like a regular wallpaper. So that really throws it off. It's hard to use. Maybe this tile fits the cottagey vibe a little bit better. Yeah, I actually prefer how that looks in this room. Okay, well, unfortunately, cottage living curtains don't really work on these windows. Some of these are really pretty. I just don't really know if I like that color, but I think I'll probably try it anyway. This one, can't have one there. That's just not gonna happen. I've got a couple of them though. There's a cats and dogs rug that I really wish I could use right now, but obviously I disabled all the other packs. It hasn't been a problem until right now. Like the outside doesn't even look like a limited pack build to me. The only thing that I'm feeling a little bit iffy about is the rugs. I just wish we had a couple extra options. I think I will try this. I'm gonna use the Enchanted by Nature table and then the cottage living dining chairs. Rug situation, don't like it. Let's take a step back for a second. Cottage living has a rug too, but I don't know if it's what I want. Actually, that kind of brings the colors together more so. Maybe I'll use that one in here. I have this one. This one has roses. We could try that in the kitchen. And then this one with the bunnies in here. I've got a matching coffee table that we can try. Oh, this little red chair. The other one has red and yellow. Oh my goodness. And it's a very similar shade of red to this item. Oh dear. Okay, I wanted to use this. This is cottage living. I don't think this is gonna work. Unless I could scoot this over. I could put it right here. Is that clipping? How far can it go before it does? Right there? Oh, I'm gonna try to use this. This is from cottage living too. I'm gonna put that inside of our little greenhouse space. Maybe I should switch gears and do the inside of the greenhouse just real quick. Oh, I'm jumping around all over the place. Here, I'm gonna put this little shelf by the front door. Well, I had kind of pictured myself using these shelves, and I had kind of thought that it would be neat if we had a couple different little mini pots on them too. Can you still get around the whole thing? Oh yeah, putting another garden hose inside of it. I might even just use this again too. I had one inside, but one out here makes sense as well. And then there's plenty of space for plants indoors. I really like how many different sizes of pots there are. I think that's just kind of cool. Is this a table? Oh, I can put one on here as well. Oh, good. Oh, you can even actually put one down there. Oh, interesting. Well, I'll leave one. Let's just get as many pots as possible. Okay, my bad. Sorry. Back to the inside for a bit. Let us continue. So I'm gonna want to have a couple walls that are like that shingle color again. Maybe not everywhere, but I like them in a couple places. Let's use a kind of cheap TV. That's still 1,000 simoleons, but it's not like the nicest TV is kind of what I meant by that. I'm gonna get a couple of these things. Maybe I should have another indoor plant. I could use a yellow pot back there, or maybe we could do like the little chicken. I like how that looks with the yellow flowers. I can get a teapot on this coffee table. Unfortunately, I think I need to use just a base game bookshelf because the other ones are little big. I'm loving putting artwork in here. There's just so many little things that are so cute that we can use. I might put a clock. Oh, a cottage living clock. That's perfect. I might even use it in red. I'm gonna do this wallpaper for this kid's room. Or maybe I'll do that in the big room and we could do the Enchanted by Nature one in the kids' room. And then maybe it would be nice if we just got a nice simple base game wallpaper for a lot of the rest of this. We've got a lot of funky colors and patterns, and that is super nice to have, but also sometimes it might be nice for it to be a little bit more simple. I'm gonna try this red circle rug. I don't know if I'm gonna like it, but I'm gonna try it. I'll get the cute mushroom bookshelf up here too. I love that. Okay, so that's like the apothecary room. This is what it looks like when the walls are cut away and you can see it all a little bit better. I think we need to try and get some art on this wall. It's so hard to see where I'm putting it. That helps. And now we can go back and finish the rest of the downstairs. Let's leave this counter open so you can cook on it. Probably don't need too much else right here. I guess I'll just decorate the kids' room. There isn't a single bed in either of these 2 packs, by the way. Oh, that is just so sad. The curtains also don't come in a solid color. Oh my. I feel like maybe the Sims team should start giving us a matching single bed for every double bed they give us. Is that an extreme request? I mean, let's be real, they'll probably never actually do that, but wouldn't that be kind of nice? Then we could like guarantee having something that matches always. Okay, this kind of has like a bunny theme. Bunny here, bunny there. Little teeny kids room. I thought about putting a rug in here, but I just don't really like most of them. I mean, maybe like one of the darker blue ones, because there's kind of like a dark blue and purple color scheme, but let's try this room. I think I'm gonna use a solid red bed. I'm also gonna get some cottage living stuff, like at least the dresser. Oh, hi. This is my cat Snap, by the way. Let's actually put another desk in here. Can I do a fireplace? I'd love to have a little fireplace right by the chimney. Okay, how about these red curtains? Is that so funky and too much? I actually feel like the room leans more pink. At least the wallpaper kind of leans more pink than red, and I prefer it being more pink than red. Oh my goodness. You know what we should do? Let's use this as a spot for the nature press. I also want to put cross stitch, because that's a cool activity that you can do. Oh, I nearly forgot about the cute little acorn stuff. Let's put the acorn right there. Maybe they could have the fox lamp too in the kids' room. I'm gonna try to alt place this thing. And maybe if there was a little full-length mirror kind of tucked in the corner. I don't love it being across from the bed, but I like how it covers the clipping of this plant, so I think I'll do that. And maybe the house could be done. I don't know, I'm just looking around. I'm thinking that we've got everything. So it's 2 bedrooms downstairs, 1 bathroom. There's like an office, skill building room upstairs. There's a greenhouse in the back. We've got like a garden patio in the front, and there's a bridge to get across the water to go and visit it. I think it was a very cool combo of all of the pack content from both of these 2 packs, and I'm glad that we tried it. I'm gonna stick it on the gallery. Hey, it's also not that expensive. I'm gonna name it Enchanted Cottage when I upload it. Okay, description written, build finished. I am posting it on the gallery in case you want to download it. It looks really busy from the gallery photo with all of the plants, but hopefully you enjoyed this video. I'm so glad I got to do this. I feel like I've been waiting for the chance to use these 2 packs together ever since I even heard about Enchanted by Nature, and they work just as nicely together as I thought they would. I think Cottage Living is like the #1 best pack to pair with Enchanted by Nature. Although if you were looking for a cottagey pack with a bunch of debug landscaping, I would actually pick Cottage Living over Enchanted by Nature. It obviously comes down to personal preference with the items and like the style. And obviously 1 pack has fairies and 1 pack has pumpkins, but I prefer Cottage Living over the new nature pack. Okay, well my cat's trying to get me to end the video, so I think I'm gonna wrap it up right here. Thank you again for watching. Have the best rest of your day, and I'm gonna catch you all tomorrow. Okay, bye everybody. She really wants me to stop recording. She's like, okay, like turn off your computer. We're gonna go downstairs now. My boss is telling me to log off.